Hey, what's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your favorite soulful child. Yeah. Sure, come back to you
Sir.
once again, man, at the P.E.G podcast, positive energy generation. And man, you know I'm here with the bangers. I gotta continue to give the hottest artists that's out constantly uplifting you, pushing you, encourage you, telling you that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I don't care if you want to be an astronaut right now. YouTube University is
Yeah,
available. You feel me? So you can be
that part.
anything that you want to be. And you never guess who I ran into, man. I got the one and only coming out of ATL. He got all type of mixtures when it comes to his music. Man, he's been getting his people been like literally hitting him up far as like wave. And this is the next wave, man. My guy has been getting looks from Azealia Banks. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta bring on the hot wave when it's in. So I got my man, the one and only homeboy in the building. How
What up,
you
what up, what
feeling, bro?
up? Okay. I'm hype. I'm excited. Happy Sunday. What's up with you? How are you?
Good,
Or
man. We
whatever day it's
definitely
supposed to be.
it's supposed to be Sunday. It's supposed to be.
Okay.
Hey, but we definitely are blessed to have you onto the podcast. And like I said,
Yes, thank
guys,
you for
he's
having me.
always. He's been getting a lot of looks lately, man. He has had a lot of fans coming out of the woodworks, showing so much love to him. And look, I am blessed to be honored to play your songs onto the podcast. So if you have not been tapped
Yes.
in yet, guys, stay tapped in to the end of the session because you already know I'm not gonna give his social media out because all you nosy people be trying to be too nosy. So you know what I'm saying? Stop and hit the follow button. And
Nah,
then
give it out. Give it out.
hey, and at the end, bro, y'all gonna get a chance
Okay.
to tap into my bro, because I want y'all to stay tapped in and hear what he has to say because this word could be for you. All right, so man, we've been tapped in lately, and I've been listening to your songs and your music. We're gonna talk about the song that you featured for Artist of the Week, but you have an
Yeah.
infused sound that a message that's mixed with positivity, and I love that
Yeah.
because you're bringing creativity on top of positivity and just being yourself. So let's talk about it, man. Who is Homeboy and what actually got you to this point where you are today?
It's a good question. I love the energy too.
Yeah.
It's this is beautiful. So yeah, I'm homeboy. I'm from it. I'm from New Jersey, but I've been in Atlanta
Okay.
my whole life. I'm a music artist, a songwriter. I play the guitar a little bit, the piano a little bit. And I've been writing since I was 8 years old. I grew up seeing my dad writing. He's a writer, a songwriter, and yeah, I've been writing since I was 8 years old, making full songs. And around high school, I started rapping to house music
Mm.
because I felt like it had a positive vibration. That was like 8, 9 years ago. I felt like it had a more positive vibration that I can add to hip hop and create
Yeah.
create another flow. So that kind of developed my first era of sounds. And since then it's just been a fusion. We live in a genreless generation.
Thanks.
So yeah, I flow to a little bit of everything, but really my message is about positivity. It's about spreading love. I feel like the world needs a homeboy right now. I feel like we need a relatable um figure that we can confide in. We all need a homie. So I want to be that for
Yeah.
people who listen to my music and for people who find me and check me out.
I like that. Your sound, I will say, is more like I said, that house music, that upbeat, that funkadelic type vibe, and
Yeah,
it's very unique. So I love it. If you pay attention to a lot of artists these days now, they're all switching to that type of tone, like that house music type vibe, where everybody can get in touch with the music. So you
for
said that
sure.
when you was 8 years old, you started diving into writing. How
Yeah,
how would you say your writing is today versus when you first started? Because this has been a journey that you're on. So pretty sure you're seeing
for
some
sure.
pros and cons in your writing. So what are some differences that you see in your writing today versus when you first started?
Some differences is that I'm just more um just knowledge of self. I'm embracing who I am more. I am a black queer artist based in Atlanta, and I make music from that point of view. I make music um from a perspective of like an artist that I've always wanted to see. And for me, I love rapping about and writing about positivity and not necessarily focusing on the bad in the moment, but finding the good of the moment. So
Hmm.
I'm releasing this project called The Era of Good Feelings, coming up probably next year or so. But the tracks that I'm showing y'all today is called What We Want, and this one, and those are on that project. But it's crazy that I've been working on this project called The Era of Good Feelings, and there's been so many crazy things happening around us, from the pandemic, and it's been a source of peace for me. Working on this project, and I hope it can give other people peace. But really, my I feel like right now I'm just embracing more of my duality. That's what Hommeboy represents for me. That masculinity and femininity, adulthood and youth,
Yeah.
boyhood and manhood. And, I hope to empower other people to bring out, that side of them. Because like I was saying, I started rapping to like more of an upbeat vibration of music because I'm in a trap heavy city. I'm living in Atlanta,
Facts.
so and trap is such a like a masculine heavy, which I love that too, but I feel like the world is all about balance. We need that yin and yang. So I feel like for me it was just honing in, meditating, figuring out who I wanted to be and what I want to say, and I want to embody that duality,
I
that we're in
definitely
right
rock
now,
with
the
you.
age that we're in.
I
Yeah.
definitely rock that so hard. And you also been gaining a lot of attention, like we said, from some artist peers such as Hynes and Azealia Banks. So this is coming off in 2017. You expressed that your debut that you have with the EP FUNKWTIME with me. Like
Mm-hmm.
how was that feeling? Like to get those people to be like, hey, I rock with that. I fuck with that. And you've been on this grind since you're like you said, 8 years old when you start writing. So how was it when you start getting attention from those type people?
It was cool. I feel like we're all classmates and low key, in this industry, but I feel like I still have a lot of work to do. Like,
No.
I didn't get I was excited about the, linking up with I love Azealia Banks. I feel like she's a big sister in my head. And Hynes, he's a part of Blood Orange, like an icon to me. He plays the piano, so
Yeah.
nice with it. But yeah, it felt good, but mostly it just was a reminder that I was close. And
Mm.
I want to encourage anybody who's in this game right now and trying to make it, quote unquote, whatever that means. Like, when you ask God for a sign, be on the lookout for those signs. And I feel like just getting the attention of those artists are little signs for me. Even before this interview, Shar, I was praying. I was like, God, just show me a sign that I'm on the right path. And you hit me up a few weeks ago, like with this interview. And I just feel like God will send you those little winks, those nuggets. The universe will send you those winks that you're on the right track. And yeah, so I'm just that's how it made me feel when those artists kind of started noticing me. And I got bigger dreams. I want to collaborate with so many artists, but I still have to keep painting the picture of who I am first. So I'm excited about that. I'm
Oh,
doing
yeah,
that.
I'm excited as well, bro. That's big facts. You got to continue to paint
Thank
that
you.
picture, encourage yourself while encourage others. I love it. I love everything that you're about. Like you said, everybody need that homeboy. Everybody got to have that
Yeah.
homeboy to like remind them, like, bro, I'm here with you. I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to give you the raw. And that's what I get from your
Yeah.
music when you listen to your music. I get the real, I get the raw. So, you also talked about it's a journey and that you're being humble about where you are today. Even
Yes.
though you got those looks for those people such as Dev Hans and Azealia Banks, what would you say was like your troubling moment, your hardship moment where you really wanted to give up, but you kept persevering through, and then it led to that moment of you getting those looks for those people?
Yeah. I mean, the looks is one thing, right? But I guess the troubling moment is just like, just being an artist. I mean, it's the best time to be an artist, but it's also the craziest time to be an artist because, with everything happening with like an Instagram algorithm, you'll see something that isn't as impactful going viral, and you're like, dang, when is my moment gonna be? Not to
Right.
go viral, but to like to get past 100 views on one of my videos or something, or like on one of my
Yeah.
posts that I made. So it's just like it's little stuff like that just feels like a little bump. Like, dang, who am I? Am I reaching the people that I want to reach right now?
Yeah.
But I want to encourage all of us, especially you with the podcast. Like what's real will stand the test of time. And like the most powerful thing we can do as artists right now is to keep creating, keep
Yeah.
loving each other, keep encouraging each other. And so that's why the platform that you have right now, this positive energy generations, is powerful and impactful and needed.
Thank you.
So yeah, I just I think it's important to to cleanse yourself from Instagram every now and again and not worry about that.
Yeah.
I know also I had a big life-changing moment in my life. A few years ago, my roommate and friend, he committed suicide. And
Ah,
and that kind of
so sorry to hear that.
really, it's all good, but that energy never dies, of course. But I just feel like even with this project that I'm working on called Era of Good Feelings, I think that it's important to hold on to the good in the world, even with all the bull that might be happening around us, like all the BS
Yeah.
that's happening around us. Hold on to the good in the world, and don't unalive yourself.
Mm,
Is kind of the biggest message I want to
I
tell
like
people
that.
too. Like, the world needs you. We're all dots on this painting, and we all are a part of a bigger picture, and it would be missing without a you, without a me, without you, whoever is listening. So I just want to share that, to just keep loving each other too, because you never know what somebody's going through. So
No, you never know. Never
yeah,
know. And I like that you brought that to the forefront, that because you're not the only person that I've heard that has lost a friend, lost a loved
yeah,
one, or someone that you knew to suicide or to violence and stuff like that, or to something unexpected such as health conditions. And that is something that I feel like a lot of artists don't talk about. They talk about standing in front of the stage, they talk about performances, they talk about meeting these people and connecting with the network, but they don't
yeah,
talk about much of what they go through. So you
yeah.
facing that and still seeing that, hey, like you said, I still need to be on this earth to paint this canvas, to be a part of this canvas. Um, why did you feel like you as an artist, why did you feel like it was essential for you to keep pushing forward, even with that going on in your life? When that happened, that could be a moment either you break, you stop everything you're
Yeah.
doing, or you keep going. So why did you feel like it was a moment where you had to keep going?
I mean, that's a good question. I think, I think about the people who love me, like my mom and my family. And then I just remember that I have a bigger purpose, and
Right.
it's not time for me to go yet. So um I think it was important for me, and it's still important for me to like meditate and make sure I stay level headed, because we all have our ups and our downs, and we get into those dark spots. But I think to pull yourself out of it, um, it's important to pray to the universe, pray to your ancestors,
Thanks. Big
and
facts.
just remind, and just ask for help, ask for guidance. And but what kept me going is that prayer, my family, and just knowing that I have a bigger purpose, and I want to not save other people from that, because I can't be anybody's savior, but just like encourage other people to keep going too.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know
I
I
like
had to
that.
get through that in order to tell somebody else my story. So it's definitely one of those, like, your test makes a testimony kind of feels, but it's
Yeah.
it's true, it's facts for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes kind of
Yeah,
see like redundant. People are like, well, that's repetitive. Everybody says it. Well, I feel like if
yeah,
everybody's saying it and they're constantly elevating, then you should believe in yourself too to push forward. Because like I said, that's not an easy thing to do, to push forward and then still continue with your dreams through everyday life and bull crap. But that's what comes in life. Life comes with a lot of bull crap. But how can
for
you
sure.
get what you want out of life through the bull crap? That's like I tell people, I'm positive, I'm not pussy. I say that for a reason, because it's like
Yeah.
if people feel
Wait,
like
positive my pussy.
no, I'm positive, but I'm not pussy. You know what I'm
Oh, okay.
saying?
I was like,
So
what is
no, I'm
okay,
positive,
I got you.
but I'm
Love
not
that. Love
pussy.
that.
Because
Okay.
people feel like, well, it's just you're positive, don't nothing bother you.
Yeah.
They'll poke. And that's not what they're saying. Two negatives equal to a positive. So if we didn't get that off the back, we already lost.
Right.
You have to have negative to get the positive. So two negatives
Yeah.
equal to a positive. That means I'm definitely got negativity in me. It's just I choose the positive through the negative. So
Yes, that's the
that's the life
that's
motto.
major. Yep.
Yeah, choosing the
I
positive.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
keep uplifting people, man. Like you said, you're
Yeah.
needed. We gotta have homeboy. If we ain't got the homeboy,
Uh
then man,
and we gotta have Char. I appreciate that. We gotta
thank
have you.
you, right? Thank you, man. We gotta have everybody that's listening. Like he said, you're just a
Yes.
dot on this earth, but you're part of the picture. And if you can't see that and you don't feel like you're valuable, now you should hear that. You should continue to hear that because you're valuable and your voice is needed. Let's actually
Yeah.
dive into your project, that you share with the PG podcast. You actually share your song, What We Want, right? And the one, this
Mm-hmm.
one, and What We Want. And I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you want,
Thank
you go
you.
listen to it. So let's talk about those two singles. Why did you pick those two singles to actually drop onto the podcast?
Yeah. So what we want in the chorus, I say, we want peace. We want
Yeah,
love. We want
want,
liquor.
yeah,
We
we
want
want
drugs. We want good feelings and all that good stuff.
stuff.
We want good sex and all that
Don't
good
we
love. And
play?
for me, it's such an anthemy track that I feel like it can affirm you. It can be an affirmation. You know, it can be an
Nah,
affirmation
for real.
for somebody who's listening who wants to repeat it. But that's what we want. I mean, we want peace and love. I know every generation says that. But yeah, we want good sex. We want all the good stuff. We want good feelings. And I think again, it's for me choosing, like you were saying, like the positives in life, and that's the good feelings, that's the good sex. That doesn't mean the bad stuff doesn't happen, but I definitely chose this single because I love it. It's a bop. It's an anthem meets kind of track. It's a really big
Yeah.
record, and it's just fun. It's just fun. I thought it would be perfect for this, and yeah, it's one of the. It's the only song that I have on Spotify right now too. So yeah,
I definitely
until
like
the
that
rest.
one, bro. I definitely love that one. Like you say, it's like an anthem. Like, not gonna lie, when I first got this mission and I listened to it, I'm like, bro, hey, this is true. This is facts. So, I had to put it on repeat because that
Thank
particular
you.
day, I wasn't feeling my best. I wasn't feeling the most positive that day. But when I heard it, it uplifted me just a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, I want that. I do
Yeah, there
want
we
that.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
There
It's
we
like
go.
everybody has those moments, and it's like you gotta know what you want. So with that song, you just basically let people know, say, bro, say what you want, because that's what you
Yeah,
want. That's what you want. And that, like you said,
yeah,
that's relatable to a lot of people. So you gotta know you homeboy, man. With that
for
song
sure.
itself, it stamps homeboy. You feel me? Like I love it.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. And then and 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 it's one of those songs that kind of blends a bunch of genres too. And I do have the same birthday as
Yeah.
Rihanna and Kurt Cobain, so my sound is kind of like a blend of those two artists who I love, of course. And yeah, on the note of like knowing what you want, it's about feeling that we already have it too. So
Yeah.
I hope people feel that when they listen to the track,
Hey, let's talk
when they
about, you
listen to
got
the
the
record.
same birthday as Rihanna. Dang, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So you gotta name, you gotta give me your top Rihanna song. You gotta give me your
Ooh.
favorite Rihanna song.
I mean,
There's a lot
shine
of them.
bright like a diamond.
Hey,
I mean, Diamond. I mean, Rihanna's giving us so many hits. I'm excited for her Super Bowl performance. I'm just
no, yeah, me too, me too.
you know, those are like little moments that I hold on to. Like, oh, I can't wait until February when this happens. I'm like, can we hurry up and get through, these next couple of months? But those are the good things that I look forward to. Like Rihanna performing at the Super Bowl. But yeah, Diamonds, of course, and I mean, every Rihanna song is a bop. She's just so effortless, and
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
So I'm headed to my billions and to the panties, like
Hey,
Rihanna. Hopefully, that's what I'm praying for.
you gonna get there, bro. You definitely gonna get there. Keep going, keep going.
Thank you,
And
thank
you
you.
also have been able to hit the stage since you've been able to get the looks from Azealia Banks and Dev Hynes. You also expressed that you have hit the stage at Afropunk, Adult
Yes.
Swim, Art Basel, and
Yeah.
Soho House New York, and even more. So with that, like, tell me which one of those experiences was the most live? Like off the back, I already know all of them was live, but you got to choose. If you can choose out of all those stages you hit, which one was the most livest and why?
I would definitely say Afropunk. Afropunk was so like, I mean, that's just been like my dream since I was little, and I heard about, not little, but since I was younger, and I heard about Afropunk, like seeing artists like Lenny Kravitz and Eric Badu,
Oh yeah,
and this night in particular was so much energy because Pharrell was performing, and that's one of my favorite artists in the world. And I was performing on a little tiny stage, and the funniest part is I'm still on those little stages, and I'm excited for my name to grow on the little in a little font on the bill to be in a headliner one day.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but Pharrell was performing on the big stage across the lot from me, and we were performing at the same time. So it was like two people at my show, and I
Wow.
was giving all my energy. And then I was low key trying to hurry up and get through my set so that I could go see Pharrell. So it was just a fun moment to run across the street, say what's up to Pharrell backstage, and you know, definitely a moment to remember for me. And that was like
Right.
2019, 2018. So
Oh, that's pretty
yeah, I hope to
cool.
perform at Afropunk again. I love AP.
And so you got a chance to meet Pharrell?
I did. So I ran backstage after my show, and he was getting off stage at the same time, and I was running. I'm like, I'm gonna catch him before he gets on this van. And I had on these chaps, pre Little Nas X. I had on these chaps that like with jeans on, and they were like frilly and stuff, and they were kind of like they were brown. And I was running across with these chaps on, and I was like, Pharrell, Pharrell. Everything was happening. And it was only a few people backstage, and I just dapped them up, and I said, Pharrell, you know, I feel, you know, I just performed across the way. You're one of my biggest inspirations. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can't wait to work with you one day. And he said something like, "Peace, King. I appreciate you." And then he kind of went on. But when he dapped up, I felt my life age increase. Like I
Yeah.
felt myself getting younger
Yeah.
as soon as I dapped him up. So yeah, it was cool. It was
I
cool.
mean,
It was an honor to meet him, and I can't wait to work with Pharrell. That's like the top of my list. In this decade, I want to work with Pharrell.
I can see that. I can see that vibe. I can see all that happen. And you know, Pharrell is to me the king of youth. Like this dude don't ever
Yes,
age. So by
never.
you saying that you saw your life just age a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just get a little more youthful. That's because
right.
you had the sauce of Pharrell on you.
Exactly. And I
That's what
still
that
haven't
was.
washed this hand. No, just fine.
You walk around like SpongeBob.
Whole pandemic
uh,
happened and everything, and I'm still like,
right, right. I still haven't
no
watched
hand
this
wash.
yet. Like it's all right though, but definitely,
Right.
I'm pretty sure that vibe was definitely a dope vibe. And then
For
I've
sure.
I put more blessings up on you, and the fact that you put that out there. Now it gotta happen. So we hopefully we'll be able to see Homeboy featuring Thor
Yeah.
one day. You feel me? They'll be lit.
Thank
They'll be
you.
stupid lit, man.
Thank
So
you.
let's talk about
I
some future.
appreciate it.
Oh no, always. It's always about love. Let's talk about some future projects you got coming up. I know you got some in your bag that you're looking forward to actually throwing out
For
there to the
sure.
world. So, what are some things that you can say? I know it'd be some things artists can't say, but what are some things you can say to look forward into the future?
Yeah. I would say just me experimenting with sounds some more. Like I feel like it's the best. I'm just having fun with it, and I am preparing to release a project next year called The Era of Good Feelings. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm dropping some one offs and you know, some little singles that might not be a part of the project, and just having fun. I'm just kind of recording in my room certain songs, but you know, when I'm not able to get to the studio, and I've been really trying to practice acting on the moment, like acting immediately. Of course, thinking before I speak and all of that good stuff, but
Yeah,
acting immediately. Like immediately, if you feel inspired to hit somebody up for a feature, hit them up, and you know, if you feel inspired to record a song, you know, do it immediately. Don't wait till you get studio time. So I'm kind of in that era right now, and it's fun. So I'm excited to see what comes of that, you know, and yeah, see what comes of that.
what made you start do that? Like you said, if I feel like record right now, I'm gonna go ahead and record right now. If I feel like I want to get this feature, I go ahead and hit that person up right now. Like, what made you start
Yeah.
doing that?
You know, because I'm such a perfectionist that I'll hold on to things for 4 years, and then I'll be
Big
like,
facts.
"Dang, is this still even is this still even a thing?" You know. But I was just having fun. I made a song called Money Pox, kind of talking about monkeypox, but it was all about money. And I, you know, if I would have held on to that for 3 years, it would have just been like, "What's the point?" So I feel like dropping like one-off things like that is really fun, and just kind of seizing the moment and not thinking too hard about it, because it's easy to overthink and get stuck in your head, but
Yeah.
um I read that in Buddhism, like overthinking is the equivalent to being in hell, and I completely agree
Mm,
with that. Like you can overthink so much that you know you just end up missing the moment, waiting on a big moment. You know,
yeah.
so I got tired of. And you can never miss the moment that was made for you, of course. But I just got tired of missing out on like these little moments and being so in my head. So it's good to just start getting things out and you know acting immediately.
And it's something I learned from Spectacular. You know, the one that was part of Pretty Ricky. He's been a mentor of mine, and he said
Okay.
something that like literally that really took my mind somewhere. He was like 60 seconds. 60 seconds is all it takes to make a decision. And if you go past 60
Mm,
seconds, move on. So if you have to think about the decision for more than 60 seconds, it's a no. You know,
yes.
so I
Yes.
like that. I like that.
That's
And
great.
it keeps you from
How about
being,
that?
like you said, in that missing those moments. because you're overthinking. So I like
Yeah.
when you said past 60 seconds because now I'm starting to overthink it. I'm contemplating, should I not do it? You know?
Yeah.
I think that goes hand in hand with what you're saying. So, what if there's some people out there that's listening, and you know, it's always some weirdos out there that just watch, but it's all right. I love you too. All right, if they're listening and
Exactly.
they wanna get more leaked in with your music, and they say, "Hey, I liked his sound. I love what we want. I love this one." How could they get to know you more? So, in order for them to get to know you more, tell us three random things that
Okay.
maybe not everybody know, but you're gonna share here. Three random things about Hommeboy that maybe not everybody know. Mm.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So three things. Um, my favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Hey,
My grandmother taught me how to play the guitar. I mean, the piano. She taught me this simple thing on the piano when I was like 8 years old.
shout out to
And
Granny.
I haven't stopped playing since. Shout out to grandma. And and oh, I throw events out here in Atlanta as well. I produce a lot of events. That's not like a random fact, but I produce events out here. One thing that I wanted to tell you about, Shar, is I'm starting a mental health initiative called Heal the Homies. And so I haven't announced anything about it yet, but it's going to be a virtual meetup for Black men, specifically queer men, Black men and artists and creatives. And we'll just be meeting on Zoom just like this every week and just kind of talking about different topics for about 30 minutes to an hour. And
Yeah,
hopefully we can get all kinds of people in the building and represent all three coasts. And but I think one thing that I'm craving right now, and I'm sure everybody is, especially as we get into, and I won't keep you now, I'm going off a little bit, but
are you good?
especially as we get into like the fall season. I know a lot of people deal with seasonal depression, and when it gets a little colder, cuddle season, cuffing season starts coming out. We crave community, we crave warmth. So
Yeah,
I hope that Heal the Homies can be something that and continues to encourage people during this season and get us through till we get back to the heat of the spring.
I like that. Kind of like a winter cuddle buddy friend, you know. So you don't have to be so
Exactly,
lonely. I
exactly.
like that. I like that.
It's like a
So
big group cuddle session. Like hopefully, I want to have 30 to 40 men a part of it, guys a part of it every week. So, yeah,
you
be on
also
the lookout
mentioned
for friends.
you also mentioned in that you said specifically more on for queer. So for people that's
Yeah.
listening, and then, you know, a lot of people define queer all type of ways, but what is your definition of queer?
Um, Queer. I would say anybody who is other, but that also. Well, I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I mean, I'm a gay man and a queer man, and I consider myself both. For me,
Okay.
I consider queer as more of an artistic term, but don't quote me on that really. But yeah, I mean, honestly, when I say queer, I mean anybody a part of the LGBTQ community would be welcome to these sessions, and it would be a place to vent, to express yourselves, to acknowledge highs and lows, and yeah,
Okay. All right. So
and give
basically,
each other flowers. Say that again.
no, I just said so basically is basically the same as most people would define queer.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You said giving each other your flowers while you're still alive to see them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I do. I do. I like that. We all need that, like you said, that community warmth, that
Yep.
homeboy. So the fact that you making that to connect with other homies, that's so amazing. So I can't wait for you to actually do that, to see the outcome of that, to see how it takes off for you. So also just diving into you a little bit more. I want to ask a random question that has nothing to do with anything. It's just random, and just see
Okay.
how you go from it. So, if you had two choices, all right,
Mm-hmm.
two choices, and they're gonna be not the best of a choice. One choice is you had to go head to head with Floyd Mayweather, all right, for
Oh,
one
oh,
round. for one complete round till the bell go off. Or
Okay.
you had to eat 5 of the hottest chips in the
Oh.
world on top of
Phew.
the hot sauce drip. Which one would you pick?
Easy. Chips, hottest chips in the world.
Boy,
Easily. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Even for, I mean, I'm not here to fight you, Floyd. You can win. You can win. I'm gonna give you your flowers and eat the chips at the same time. Like no, chips all day. I'm dreaming of having a hot ones episode too. So
Yeah.
I'm preparing. I'm eating hotter and hotter chips. So I'll take that one for 100. Char, thank you.
All right. No Mayweather? He said, I
No
ain't gonna,
Mayweather, nah, no, thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I
I'm
think
good
I'll be
on
on
that.
your side with that one. I'll have to sacrifice some heat before I let that
Yeah,
man hit me at any point of time.
yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Well, I definitely appreciate you getting on and sharing Homeboy with more people. Just let everybody know your social media if they want to come tap in with you, be a little more nosier. How can they get
Yeah,
connected with you?
yeah, please come be nosy with me. DM me and just hit me up. But I go by Homeboy with 2 M's. So my Instagram is HOMME.boy, like man in French. So hit me up anytime and yeah, show some love. Let's connect. And if you see me in the street, say what's up. If I'm in your city, say what's up.
Hey, turn up, get up with them, connect with them. You say you throw parties and events and stuff out there in Atlanta, and Atlanta that hit town. So I also been out there with food, and Atlanta also has the nice spots too. So
Yeah.
what's one of those? Like, what is your favorite spot in Atlanta to eat?
Favorite spot in Atlanta to eat. It's always gonna be so Atlanta has some good restaurants. I love seafood, right? But
Mm.
when I'm chilling, I always and whenever I leave Atlanta, like if I go to LA or somewhere and I'm gone for a long time, the first thing I do when I get back to Atlanta is get a 10-piece lemon pepper wet.
I love them
Pyramid.
peppers.
That's it. That's
Period.
it. So that's on Pyramid. Like I'll only get a 10-piece lemon pepper wet. That's like a part of the weekly, bi-weekly kind of like regimen. Keep the
Yeah,
bones healthy.
yeah.
And and it keeps you acclimated to the Atlanta weather, So I mean that's what I love. But then besides that, I love seafood. Like I like oysters and stuff like that.
I love seafood
I'm a
too.
seafood sucker. I love seafood.
Hey man, we definitely gotta link up to go catch some seafood spots together. Hey
Yeah, I was gonna
man,
ask where are you at, by the way? My
I
bad.
am
I'm sorry.
in Texas, man. No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm in Texas, but I used to be out there in Atlanta, me and my wife, before we came out here to Texas. So Texas is bigger and bigger, better. But I know for a fact when we go to ATL, it be hit, bro. Like you said, it's certain things you gotta do when you get there. And I agree with that
Absolutely.
lemon pepper wet, bro. You gotta get the lemon pepper.
Always. And it got to be
Always.
extra wet and extra crispy
Extra wet and
for
extra
me.
crispy. Let's go.
But
So,
definitely hit me up next time you and your wife are out here. I would love to show y'all some of the real spots.
hey, we got to link up, bro. Definitely. Before we actually end the podcast, man, if you could give a message, if everybody right now they didn't hear nothing, they just wanted to actually get to social media and be lame. And so if they didn't get a message, but you can give a message in 15 seconds to change or impact one person, what would that message look like? And go.
mm, I would say don't unalive yourself. Love
Mm.
yourself, love people, and show compassion.
I like that. Don't unalive yourself. I mean, don't go somewhere and take the best thing away from yourself, which is you. All right.
Yes,
You are
yes,
the best thing in your life because if you can't provide for you, then how can you provide for others? So,
exactly.
hey, man, I
And we need
appreciate it.
you. We
Yeah,
need
we
you. That's
do. We
that's that, that's
do.
the last thing. We need you.
We do need you. And with that, hey, Char loves you. Just know that my man,
Homeboy
Homeboy,
loves you.
loves you. The PG podcast, Positive Energy Generation, love you. We're family here. We're family first. And you are never alone, no matter what you do. And if you didn't get that message today, just go back, replay it, and replay it. Hey, yeah. And make sure you guys go tap in to my man Homeboy's song. You got
Yes.
What We Want and this one playing right
Yes.
now on the podcast. So you don't want to miss it. Like I said, we love you today, tomorrow,
Mhm.
yesterday, if nobody told y'all they love you, we love y'all.
We love you.
We
We love
love
y'all.
y'all. And look, live to inspire others to live. Let's get it. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's
Thank you,
go,
Sario. I
bro.
appreciate you so much. I appreciate this platform. Keep it up.
Hey,
Keep up the great work.
always, man. Thank you. Thank
Giving
you.
you your flowers. Drop the Addy in
Yeah.
the DMs.
Got you. I got you, man. We love you, man.
Love you back.